So once you go to your tabletop, go ahead and step the right leg all the way back behind you and start to pulse, toes stuck underneath. Start to pulse with your toes stuck underneath, forward and back. You're going to feel maybe some stretching through the wrist joint. They're pulsing and stretching the right leg a couple of times. Cross the right foot over towards the left side. And then push the hips to the right and down. And gaze over your left shoulder to see your right toes back there. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale 2. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come back to the center. This time, pick up that right leg and bring it all the way out to the right side. So check that your right ankle ends up in line with your right hip. And then pause right there. Tuck the toes of the left foot and start to move forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. As you do that, maybe that right foot starts to rotate back and forward with the movement of your hips. Next time you come forward, pause right there, anchor through the outer edge of your right foot, and then lower down to your forearms. And then notice if you're collapsing from the hips, can you lengthen both left side body and right side body, and you can stay here. Or maybe you walk your hands forward and put your forehead on the ground. I want you to be careful with the inner area of your knee. If it feels like a strain or like too much, shorten the stance and micro bend it. Take a deep full inhale, bowing down. And a full breath. Goes forward a notch. You may keep the foot there and then feel what's happening at the back of that right leg. Find some freedom of movement through the neck and the shoulders. Watch out for the spine. Notice the alignment. And then return back through the center, hands underneath the shoulders. Right foot is down. Send both arms up overhead for Parikas. Grab the left wrist with your right hand, pull out towards the ceiling, and then lean over towards the right side. Gaze up towards the left elbow crease. Try not to collapse over the right side body, but rather lengthen through both sides. Take a deep full inhale. As you exhale, right hand down, keep the left arm reaching up and overhead. Now, bring the arm forward, down, back, and up. Full rotations of the shoulder. And we complete one more all the way until it comes back in line with the air. T-shape your arms, reach both arms up overhead. As you exhale, hands down to the floor. Pick up that right foot and send it all the way back behind. Reach, reach, reach. Pause right there. Find a long line of energy from the crown to the back foot, and then reach your left arm all the way forward towards me. Inhale deeply with a long spine. As you exhale, draw the elbow to your knee. Round your spine. Inhale, lengthen the leg back and the arm forward. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Round your spine. And again, lengthen forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Round your spine. Hand down, knee down, tabletop, and we move to the second side. Step the left leg all the way back behind you. Tuck your toes and begin to move forward and back. Feel a nice stretching at the back of your left calf, Achilles tendon, and the toes. Pause at the center. stay right here with the hands, but cross the left foot over to the right side. And then pull the hips left and down and gaze over your right shoulder. You're going to feel a stretch from that left outer ankle all the way to the left hip right here. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out fully. Inhale. Exhale 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Pick up that left foot and then send it all the way out to the left side until the left foot is in line with the left hip. And then pause right there. Lengthen your spine and move forward. Tuck the toes of the back foot behind you and start to move forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. And then if it's available to you, maybe the entire leg moves together from the hip joint all the way down to your toes. Good. Next time you come forward, pause, anchor to that left foot, push the toes down on the earth, and then walk your hands towards that left ankle. You can keep the hands on the ground, but if you are available to grab your ankle, then you may grab your ankle and lean in that direction. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk back to the center. Tabletop of the hands. Come down to your forearms, maybe, or walk your hands all the way forward and extend your arms. Forehead down to the If there is any tension, straining, or pulling in the inner knee area, medial collateral joint, relax and micro bend your knee, right? This should not feel too painful or too much. Slowly walk hands back in towards your chest, lengthen your spine. Walk closer to your knees, send both arms up overhead for Parigasana. So once you come to this posture, grab the right wrist with your left hand, reach it out towards the ceiling, and then lean over towards the left side. Stretch the right side body. Maybe you gaze out towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Release left hand down towards the left leg. Try not to push down against the knee, but rather just rest the hand there. And then start to draw circles with the right arm. Full control the reticular rotations. And when you complete the last one, inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down to the floor, find that tabletop. Pick up that foot, send it all the way back behind you. Pause right there. Find a line from the back foot to the crown of your head, and then send that right arm all the way in front. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last round, inhale to lengthen. And exhale to round. Head down, knee down, tabletop. Tuck your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing. From your down dog, walk your feet halfway through your mat. And your hands in halfway through your mat and grab opposite elbows. And just start to hang in here. Release the lumbar spine, thoracic and cervical. Find a softening through the backs of your legs. And then release your arms heavy, bend the knees, and slowly roll all the way up to stand. Once you come up to stand, roll the shoulders back behind you. Let the palms be alongside your torso. We'll get into more fluid movement. Let's do some sun salutations. So, feet together, slightly apart. Sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, bowing Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift and breathe in. As you exhale, sit back, plank pose. Drop the knees down, bend the elbows, chest and chin gaze forward. Slide through Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. On the exhale, hips up and back, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take 3 rounds of breath, breathe in. Breathe out 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Breathe in. Heels up, the knees look forward, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Lengthen your spine around. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Come all the way up, sweep the arms up overhead. Tadasana mountain pose, palms to the heart. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit back and down. Reach up to the fingertips as you let the pelvis sit back and down. Feel that the thighs are actively hugging into one another. There is an internal rotation taking place. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, bow over your thighs. Halfway lift the spine. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back behind you. Back heel will fall down to the center and the arms will reach up above your head for Virabhadrasana. Gaze up, inhale deeply. Exhale, frame the front foot. Take it downward facing dog. Ripple forward to plank pose, inhale. Lower halfway down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg up and back behind you. 3-legged dog. Palms hold the same amounts of weight. Draw the knee to your chest and step the foot forward. The back heel will come down. Both arms up overhead, warrior 1. Deep breath in, reach tall. Exhale, frame the front foot, bow over your legs. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stand well, mountain pose, Tadasana. Second side, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hold the posture. Notice your connection to the lower limbs, the toes, the ankles, the knees, the thighs. Big full inhale. Exhale, bow over your thighs. Breathe in to lengthen. Right foot steps down. Heel comes down. Both arms up overhead. Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. Lengthen to the sides of your rib cage. Reach to all 10 fingertips. Frame the front foot. Step back. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank pose. Lower halfway down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Upward dog or cobra pose. Knees up the ground. Downward dog, exhale, hips up. Right leg up and back behind. Right knee to your nose. Step the foot forward. That heel comes down. Both arms up overhead. Warrior 1. Look up, reach tall. Exhale, frame the foot, step forward and fold. Sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stand well, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Swan dive, Uttanasana, and fold. Take a half lift, breathe in. Exhale, step back to plank, lower through chaturanga. Upward dog on the inhale. On the exhale, hips. Arrive to down dog. Go ahead and send the left leg up and back behind you. Lengthen the spine. Feel that both of your hands bear the same amount of weight And then with control through the right, left knee in towards your nose. Round, round, round like a cat. Step the left foot halfway through your yoga mat. Walk the hands in to your foot. Back heel drops down. Forward fold over that left leg. Pyramid pose. See if you can encourage your hips to square to some degree. Left hip will move back and the right hip will move forward. Halfway lift your spine and lengthen. Gaze towards the front of the body. Tone the abdominals, low abdominals in and up. Pull the shoulders back. You may have to move that left foot out to the side and right foot out to the side a little bit, and then send the left arm up towards the ceiling. If you cannot reach the ground, yoga block, book, pillow to create space for the twist to happen in triangle pose. Feel lengthen the spine. Take a deep full inhale. As you exhale, return hands to frame that front foot. Walk the hands forward a notch. Step back to downward facing dog. Extend the right leg up and back behind you. Three-legged dog. Same amounts of weight through both hands. The abdominals hugging in to support lumbar spine. Draw the knee in towards your nose. Round your spine and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the right leg in between your palms. Halfway through. Walk the hands in towards the foot. Lengthen your spine. Back heel is angle, gaze forward. As you exhale, fold over the leg. Again, if your hands are not touching the ground, then you may have 2 blocks in here, right? Or 2 books or 2 pillows. Halfway lift the spine to look forward, lengthen. Hug the abdominals in and up to support that lumbar spine. Feel all 10 toes gripping down to the earth. Left hand will stay down on the earth or a yoga block. You may have to move that hand to the left a notch and then send the right arm up towards the ceiling for a twisted triangle pose. We have a short stance right now. Just notice that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, return the hand down to the floor. This time, step forward and fold over the front leg. Halfway lift the spine on your inhale. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, so the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Mountain pose Tadasana, palms at the heart. So the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands behind the sacrum, forward folding, Uttanasana. Yoga Mudra with the hands reaching up towards the ceiling, active. Relax the chest, the throat, the trachea, everything at the mouth. Release the hands, halfway lift your spine. As you exhale, forward fold, step back, down dog. Send the left leg up and back behind, 3-legged dog. Draw the knee to your nose, step the left foot forward. Keep the right hand down, send the left arm up towards the ceiling, gaze upon the left thumb. And just like we did in the previous class on Monday, start to turn, turn, turn until your right hip will come down to the floor. You may adjust that hand, you may adjust the foot, right? You're more flexible. You may want to put the foot closer to your face. So find a place that's comfortable. If this is too much for you, lower it to your left, to your right up. And then send the left arm up towards the front of the mat. And then gaze up towards the ceiling. Actively push that left knee forward. You're going to feel some stretching taking place at the outer left hip. Take a deep full inhale. As you exhale, square, hands down to the front of the room, and then come back to the center, step back, down, dog. Right leg up and back. Right hand in between your hands. Keep the left hand down, send the right arm up towards the ceiling, open the chest. And again, turn the right toes out to the side as you turn, and let the left hip fall down to the floor. Move the right foot as necessary. Lower to the left elbow if that feels good, and then reach the right arm up and overhead. Make space between left shoulder and left ear. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left hand down, push down, step back, downward. Inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg up and back behind you, bend the knee and open the hip. Circle the ankle a couple of times without shifting all the way to one side. Keep same amounts of weight and try to make these happen from the lower rib cage down, the hip, the knee, the thigh. And then slowly draw the knee in towards your nose. Step the left foot close to the left hand. Now the left hand will move forward a notch. Right leg up and back behind. Right arm up towards the sky. We're moving to Ardha Chandrasana. Gosh. The plants, the things. Reach the right leg all the way back. Keep the leg active. Don't let your toes fall asleep. Reach to all 5 toes. Reach to the right hand all the way up. Just be there with the posture, noticing what is engaging where, what is happening where. Very slowly step the right leg all the way back. Find a warrior 2. Arrive to your warrior 2. Check that the front and back palm are in line with one another. The shoulders are rather relaxed. Straighten that front leg. Rebend the front knee. Straighten the front leg. Rebend the front knee. One more inhale to straighten. And one more exhale to rebend left elbow to left knee, right arm up and over. Bring the right hand behind the right side of your neck and then give some length to the back of your spine, cervical spine. Inhale at the center. As you exhale, draw the right elbow to the left elbow crease. Breathe in, lengthen and open. Breathe out, elbow to elbow crease. Again, inhale to open. Exhale, elbow to elbow crease. Inhale, elbow all the way up. Reverse, peaceful warrior, Shanti warrior. Active through the left fingertips, gaze up towards the sky. Notice the action that's taking place at both thighs. Don't allow your left knee to collapse. Keep the knee tracing first and second toe. One more inhale. As you exhale, carve the hands, frame the front foot, step back, downward facing. Left leg up and back behind. Left knee to your nose. No, keep up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Again, both hands bear the same amounts of weight. The opening happens from the mid-torso down, so the pelvis is opening. Draw the knee in towards your nose now. Step the foot forward. Lengthen the spine. Walk the right hand about a foot past your toes. Shift the weight forward. Pick up that left leg and move into your half moon pose. So my foot is reaching. You may be here, right? Reaching straight back. But maybe your foot's already going a little bit further up, right? Can you fire the quadriceps to lengthen the hamstring? Can you keep the arms spacious, the heart spacious? Take one more inhale in Ardha Chandrasana. As you exhale, step back, Warrior Two. Once you land in your Warrior Two, relax the shoulders, reach through the hands. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale, rebend. Breathe in, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Again, inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend, reverse into peaceful warrior. Keep bending into that front knee as you reach back through the right hand. Don't let your spine collapse down. Rather, find strength from the hip pushing forward and the spine lifting up towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale in here. As you exhale, elbow to knee, side angle pose. Left arm comes up above the head. Bring the left hand behind the neck. Open the elbow towards the ceiling. Gaze up. As you exhale, draw the elbow to the elbow crease. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, elbow to elbow crease. And again, inhale. Exhale, elbow to elbow crease. Inhale, elbow up. Come up through the center, Warrior Two. Carve the hands down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, come forward to plank pose, Palakasana. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. So if you are a beginner, drop the knee down, back heel drops. Right arm up towards the sky. If you already have a practice here, keep the legs straight. Send the right arm up towards the ceiling. Side plank Vashisthasana. Be aware if your hips are falling. You could go there, but actually push the hips up to resist that need to fall, to resist the heaviness of the torso. One more inhale, your side plank. As you exhale, return back to the center. Now that your right hand has rested, drop the heels to the second side. Once again, right knee may come down, or maybe not. Maybe you stay here, right? And you breathe. Watch out for this. Push from the shoulder all the way down so that you can find lift through the left hand. And then come down, plank pose. Drop the knees down, sit back to child's pose. Take 10 rounds of breath in child's pose. When you are in child's pose, try to the degree that you can to remove any overactive thinking, to settle into your breath, right? We are almost done today. You finish those 10 breaths in child's pose. Slowly start to walk your hands in towards your knees and sit back on your heels. So this is Virasana. If you need some support underneath your sits bones, you can be here. Yeah. Maybe you have 2 or 3 pillows stacked under, so you can be here. So reach the arms up overhead, gaze up towards the ceiling. Expand through the sides of your rib cage. Take one more breath in. And then on the exhale, reach the hands alongside your torso and then a little bit behind you. So you are in a heart opener. It is not camel pose. It is saddle pose, right? So hips can be down over the block or the earth or the heels, or maybe you push the hips up. It's a little bit of a longer stretch for the front body. You may feel some stuff at the quadriceps. Squeeze the glutes. Push the hip flexors forward and up. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, return the hips down to the heels or the blocks. Walk forward, come back to the rest. Remove the block from underneath you and come to sit, cross-legged on the mat. So once you come to sit cross-legged, you can stay here if that's comfortable. Or you may move into cow face pose. So for that, walk your feet out and your knees will stack on top of one another. Once you get there, maybe your feet will be pretty close to you. Maybe your feet will be able to move further forward. And then on the inhale, send both arms up overhead. Now let's give this a try, yogis. Bring the right hand behind your head. And then the left hand forward, down, and behind your spine, mid-back, thoracic spine. Grab the fingertips behind you. You may not be able to grab the fingertips, and that's okay. Maybe you're grabbing onto your own t-shirt, onto your own sports bra, your hair. Lift up through the chest, and on the exhale, bow over the glass. Become observant of what's taking place at the outer hips. Come up slowly, release the arms, don't let them slingshot, just come out of it and notice the pathway of movement, and then change. You may be cross-legged. If you are cross-legged, simply change the cross of your legs. Move the legs out to the side as far as it feels comfortable. Anchor the hips down to the floor, send both arms up overhead. Now we'll bend the left elbow behind the head, and the right arm comes down, internally rotates and hides behind the thoracic spine. Lift up the chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bow over your legs. And there is usually the one side that feels quite challenging. This is it for me. Come back up to the center. Release your arms without slingshotting. Release the legs forward. Shake it out. So, stretch the legs all the way forward in front of you. Move the flesh out from underneath. There will be two variations for this. Variation number one, legs are straight forward. Hands behind you facing into your sits bones or out to the side. Find the best alignment for your body. If you are more flexible, you'll just come up and push the hips up. Otherwise, bend the knees a distance apart for the feet. Come all the way up into reverse tabletop. We've been working on this posture for the past 10 days. Breathe. Come all the way down. Release the legs all the way forward. And then come down to the floor, lie flat on your yoga mat. Hi everyone here on YouTube Live. Once you get here, separate your feet hip mats distance apart. Drop the knees over to the left side. Take a twist to the right. Throw the right knee down. You are in a wide-legged twist in here. So there is a lot of internal rotation happening on the right side. Left hip instead, the left leg instead is rather neutral and to some degree in external rotation. Back through the center, feet are still mat distance apart. They now fold to the right side. And then you turn to see the left hand. Notice my left leg is in a internally rotated kind of motion, and the right leg is moving out. Move it back through the center. Neutralize the hips. Bring the feet closer together, hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders back, hands in line with the hips. Push up, come up, interlace hands underneath you, and squeeze the butt just the tiniest bit. Mostly the hamstrings are working right now. Tuck the tail. Rather than making it a hard opener, can you lengthen the back lumbar spine? Come down slowly, release the hips all the way down. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock left side and right side. Clip your toes. Pass through happy baby for a moment. And then come to the final posture, Shavasana. Straighten the legs all the way forward. Palms alongside the torso. You can be here, but if you want to, keep the hips opening. Feet together, knees apart. I recommend you have 2 pillows underneath your knees right now because we are no longer stretching. We're actually trying to enter a more relaxed state. So be here, release the arms, close the eyes, find your breath. You'll be here for about 1 more minute. Just 1 more. Take a deep breath into your nose, fill up with air. On the exhale, moving the air out of the body. Prepare to come back as you move fingertips and toes. Rock the hips left and right side as well as the head. And then in a mindful fashion, hug the knees in towards your chest. Roll over towards the left side of your mat or right side. And then come to sit. Close the eyes for a closing chant. As you come to sit, sit well. Long spine, long neck. Remember all the postures, all the movements. It's an offering to ourselves. We'll finish practice with a chant of exhale, hold the breath out. Inhale for Inhale. And exhale. Palms together, lift the heart out. Beings everywhere. Be happy and free. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for connecting with me. Stay tuned for the classes. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we'll be streaming live on YouTube from now on. And I will be recording to post the classes on Instagram TV instead. So YouTube Live and Instagram TV, not Instagram Live. So connect with me later today at 6 p.m. and then on Saturday 10:30 and 11:30. Yoga and strength and conditioning. We'll keep this going for as long as we need to. Thank you. See you next time.